FanDuel a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday.
So it's not my usual content, but it kind of pissed me off that every single Xbox fanboy, every Nintendo fanboy, and every PC fanboy has something to say. I never seen a bunch of people try to get so many people on a console that has so much so-called features. One thing that I learned about this PC shit is that Xbox opened the door for these PC dudes to come in. They try to get everybody on PC. They try to make you look irrelevant. They need to have you in their ecosystem in order to dominate you, in order to think that they feel superior. Remember, a lot of these guys begs for console gaming. A lot of these guys beg for PlayStation games, right? We're going to see how dishonest these people are with a PC fanboy himself, Clownfish TV. Now, mind you, I used to watch these guys, both of them, his wife and him, until I seen the dishonesty that he was posting when he was kept talking about all the games that he was playing. And I looked down the list of all the PC guys and all the games they play, and I laugh at it. I'm like, these not the games that I like. Oh, the games are going to come on PC anyway. I'm like, but I'm not going to wait for a game to come on PC while I'm going to play absolutely nothing. And I have games that I've written down that I said I'm not going to rebuy them again on PC for cheap, that you say is cheap, but I'm actually rebuying these games. One thing these idiots don't talk about when they talk about PC is that you're going to have to rebuy these games over again. So, including the $700 that you supposedly can get if on a PC or a laptop, you're going to have to get wiring, you're going to have to get monitor. If you want to play with a controller, you're going to have to go out and get an $80 controller because you don't want to play on a keyboard. A lot of these guys are actually Xbox fanboys and Nintendo fanboys more than the PlayStation fanboys. Now, mind you, you listen to these guys, and there's a lot of Nintendo guys coming out of nowhere too. Now, mind you, I was there for the Elden Ring shit. The Quantum TV shit, what happened? A lot of guys are now in the dumps after that Quantum TV shit now. A lot of them got exposed. Richard Review Tech USA barely got a channel like that now. He fired his people. And then we had the Baldur's Gate shit last year. Now, we're going to listen to Clownfish TV lie to you guys about PC gaming, and also lie to you about console gaming, saying that console gaming is dead. Now, mind you, the PC market is only big because of India and China. And we're going to see him lie about how console gaming is dead and how PlayStation is losing so much money when they bought Crunchyroll, when they was about to buy a couple other things this year. But we're going to see how dishonest this guy is. And I'm trying to tell you guys basically how the PC guys trying to sell you on PC, even though nobody's being sold on Netflix. Netflix got hundreds of shows. Do everybody watch all of the Netflix shows or all of the Netflix movies? No. How many shows that people actually watch on Netflix, even though they got access to thousands of shows and videos and movies? And some of them not even on there. So what they're telling you to do is steal from developers, steal from gaming studios. Because not every single game is on PC. They got some PC dudes made Spider-Man 2. An emulated version of Spider-Man 2. They getting sued now by PlayStation. Destiny sued a bunch of cheaters. Guys who created some cheat stuff for Destiny. They got sued for 4 million. Nintendo emulators got sued for like 2-3 million. So the PC these PC guys don't want to pay money for software, but they will brag about what kind of access they have. And mind you, I'm gonna show you that these guys are a bunch of liars. Where me and this person on Twitter went head to head. I went head to head with three PC dudes about how fast does it take to boot my PlayStation 5 up compared to their PC. One dude took 1 minute and 50 something seconds. My PlayStation booted up in 56 seconds. The other guy took the other guy PC, his gaming so-called laptop took about 2 minutes. And because he had to click on stuff, he was clicking real fast. And I'm like, you doing all, and I said this to all of them. I said, y'all doing all of this, y'all got to get into every account just to get on games, just to do that. You think that I want to do that? I want to play games. I don't want to be clicking on shit. I want to boop boop. That's it. The game I want, boop boop. That's it, and it comes on. And they all lost. So let's listen.
Ticket from YouTube TV means more hunches. Buffalo.
Where people were looking at the Switch. In fact, a lot of people thought that they were going to announce a PS6 pretty soon, but they're going to try to get more mileage out of the PS5. And look, we've talked about this before. I think that the current generation of consoles can easily be replicated with a gaming PC that costs about the same. Like you.
So that was already destroyed right there. So now they're trying to rush console generations, even though we're 3 years in. Now, mind you, these same people wasn't saying this shit in the PlayStation 4 era, right? They wasn't saying none of this in the PlayStation 4 era. They saying this now because they think that people want PC. Now, mind you, this guy is a retro gamer. He's not a modern day gamer. He's a retro gamer who speaks on modern day gaming. You can't replicate none of that because no one talks about the motherboards. No one talks about the monitors. No one talks about the cords. No one talks about all of the stuff, that extra stuff that you need. And no one talks about the games that you have to rebuy if you don't have a Steam account. Now, they're lying to you and telling you that you can just get a PC and you'll have all the games. What they're telling you is that you're going to have to steal the games. And mind you, you might be downloading some malware in your stuff if you're downloading from the wrong sites. So what they're telling you is don't support devs. Don't support anybody for their work and you steal their games for free. Now watch the way he talks about Nintendo and where he promotes Nintendo, that you pay for it, but you steal from everybody else.
You can go get a Steam Deck for about the price of a PS5.
Oh wow, a Steam Deck. So let's talk about the Steam Deck. Let's talk about the Steam Deck. Not everybody's handheld gamers. So you're trying to tell people to get a handheld over a console and do all of that crazy configuration just for what? This shit? Now let's see Steam Deck sales. Let's see Steam Deck sales. The Steam Deck sold 1.60 million in 2022. Yeah, you're doing a pretty good job telling people to go buy a Steam Deck when you guys are not even paying for the Steam Deck
Pro, and there aren't enough. I don't believe there are enough console exclusives to even warrant buying one at that price point? I mean, this is absolutely insane. Just buy a gaming PC.
Just buy a gaming PC and have to rebuy all your libraries. Just buy a gaming PC and have all of the shovelware that you have on gaming PCs. Mind you, I see the kind of games that these guys play. They like they stuck in the 90s and in the early 2000s. That's what they are. Most of these PC gamers are stuck playing task games. They're not playing games. They're playing task games where you're doing tasks in games.
You can play everything pretty much except Astrobot.
See, and there we go. There we go to dishonesty. You can't play Final Fantasy Rebirth. You can't play Rise of Ronin. You can't play many different Nintendo games like that. Well, you can because they steal them. So you're not playing Spider-Man 3. You don't even have Last of Us Part 2 on there. So if I'm a Sony guy, why would I want to jump on a platform who takes and don't support the devs? If I care about the devs, like you guys say you care about the devs.
You know, whatever. Is it worth it? I mean, is it really worth that much money? And eventually Sony's...
Now, mind you, there's no videos out here about iPhone 5. Oh, iPhone 16, whatever. There's no videos about how expensive some of these PC cards is. They expect you to buy it if you want to play your game at higher resolutions. So imagine you say that I don't want to play games at this low ass resolutions. I want to play games at this. You're going to have to pay more money. And that's going to be thousands of dollars just to play a couple games that you like. That's what they don't talk about. That's the caveat of this fucking PC shit that these guys never tell you about. Is the fact is, the games that you might love to play and you want to play at a certain rate or whatever, or a certain frame rate, or even you even have to play certain games and you have to do certain configurations just to play certain games that you're used to playing on console. But hey, they want to tell you how easy it is for PC.
Gonna have to release them on Steam anyway. But this feels like...
So Sony, who creates the games, gonna have to release their games on Steam anyway. How so? So wait, PlayStation has to release their games day one on PC anyways. How so? Dragon Dogma went on Steam. It didn't do no sales number. Resident Evil Remake went on Steam, didn't do numbers. How many games came out on PC day one and didn't do big numbers? So wait, your legendary game like Crysis that was only on PC didn't make anything. And it was pirated for... Now, mind you, you can look this up yourself. Crysis made... Let's see. Crysis made... the first Crysis that was on PC. Mind you, this was the most graphically sound game on PC at the time. It was one of the best looking games of that time period. It was undefeated for a very long time. Now, we have to see sales numbers right here. So, it reached 1 million. 1 million. 1 million. So, let's see what the guy says. Started doing an interview with PC Play in April 2008 that he was disappointed to see the leading charge in piracy, and it was because of his studio would not produce any more PC exclusives, as he believed, such as Crysis, would sell 4 times more copies if it was released on consoles. So these guys are known to take games. That's the reason why Rockstar don't release games on PC. This is the reason why every single place don't release stuff on PC. You don't see the sales. You don't see anything. They eat up. They eat. It's like a chef. Imagine you a chef and you're making food for 2 people. You're making food for this arrogant person who's taking it and they're running off with it. And then you're making food, great food, for another person, and they're eating and paying for it. But you're giving both people the same quality. But one side thinks that it's okay to walk off with the plate of food because, well, the person can say if it's worth it or not. And the other one say, hey, you did your hard work. You cooked over the slaving food. I'm going to pay you for it. Right? So basically it was pirated. And despite the $22 budget and the game has turned a profit, by May it had 3 units. It only sold 3 million on PC. One of the best graphically sound games on PC at the time. The only games that do good is the League of Legends and everything else. This is your best game and y'all didn't even support it.
To me, the last gasp. And this is a company that has been bleeding out money. They lost a bunch of money on Concord. There have been several other, high-profile.
So this is the last gasp of PlayStation. Now, mind you, there was a YouTuber that said the same thing about probably back in 2007, 8, that everybody was going to be on PC. A lot of these PC dudes think that everybody want to deal with the same bullshit they deal with, right? Where you have to do all this crazy stuff. Mind you, you can't go into any shop and get a PC. You have to literally order all this shit online. They never made it accessible to any stores. Mind you, you can get this at Walmart, all these other places. And people already tell you, that's one of the big tips. Don't get a pre-built PC. Because they'll put all this shit in there, second-rate shit. So, let me tell you what PC really is. PC is telling you that you're paying to do the most of the work for your technology. So, imagine someone tell you that they can put together a TV, right? So imagine these PC dudes think that they can rebuild cell phones, they can rebuild TVs, they can build TVs on their own. They can't. But a lot of them have to get all this shit together so it can make their console better. I'm not putting all this money into just console. I'm not putting all this money into making a game run better or having access to a whole bunch of libraries, and that's not getting your money back. And you sit back and talking about, oh yeah, I'm making more money. I'm saving more money. How you saving more money? Oh, that's the reason why you got that iPhone 16. That's the reason why you pay for those. And mind you, Clownfish TV, him and his wife spend so much money on Disney World. They got stories on there. You can look at their stuff. Disney World tickets. That's like $800. So you're going to Disney World rides and Disney World experiences. You're buying action figures. You're buying PC bullshit. And you're buying all this expensive shit. But now, somehow, some way, a PS5 Pro is an expensive item when most of you motherfuckers got iPhones. You go to concerts. Like, we can do this right now. We can do concert prices. I can look up concert prices right now. And we can see this. Concert prices. Wait. Concert prices. Now, the average price of the top selling music tours was $180. That's the average price, right? The average price for a concert. Now, when you want front row tickets, when you want front row tickets, because a lot of people want front row tickets. You got Taylor Swift fans paying between $1,600 to $2,300 to go to sports events. They go to sports events. Sports events. So that's $150. You go there 4 or 5 times, 6 times, every single time they have a game, you're paying more than that. Let's talk about the iPhone. How much is the new iPhone? iPhone 16. The iPhone 16 is $1,300. The iPhone 15 is $800. But you're talking about a PlayStation 4 Pro. Now, mind you, people shame you because, well, people back in the day used to shame people because they didn't have an iPhone. Until Android and Galaxy and Samsung started bringing out phones that people could have that was very great and didn't have to do all this extra shit and then had to be in the Apple ecosystem. So let's continue.
File misfires with Sony. A lot of gamers jumping ship to PC. We know with.
So they always say a lot of gamers jump into PC, but nobody talks about all the gamers jumping from Xbox to PC. How many gamers are jumping to PC? We're going to see these numbers, right? Because Black Wukong came out, right? So let's see Black Wukong. Black Myth Wukong. Now let's see. It was only on 2 platforms, PS5 and Windows. It sold 18 million units in 2 weeks, making it one of the fastest games of all time. That was thanks to the PC market from China. It was not thanks to the PC market from America, because you guys, and this is why I said the lies.
Square Enix, they're no longer going to offer their games exclusively on Sony. They're going multi-platform.
And here we go with misinformation. Square Enix was always multi-plat. They had their games everywhere. It was never exclusive. Only 1 or 2 games was exclusively on PlayStation. This is why I hate these dishonest fucking PC guys who lie a lot. Because if we go down a list of games that are all on PC, all on PlayStation, only about 2 or 3 of them. That's it. The bigger ones are on PlayStation. But all the other ones are on Nintendo. They still not making money. They're on PC. They're still not making money. So here we go with another lie. This is why I stopped watching this. This is why I stopped watching this channel in most of the time. I mean, well, actually, yeah. This is why I stopped watching this. I watch this person. I watch Clownfish TV when I'm bored. But I don't really take them seriously like that no more, especially him. Because he's been doing this hate train against consoles for about a year now. Nearly 2 years now.
Now, and this just feels like they're trying to get as much blood out of the gamers, the console gamers that are left. And a lot of people are looking at the Switch 2, I guess. They're like, Switch 2 will probably be $400 or $500.
And here we go. So wait, you're advocating for Switch and that's a console. But for some reason, you're not. Wait, so Nintendo don't bleed their fans dry? Because Nintendo don't lower prices. everybody knows that Nintendo's infamous for not having no sales. PlayStation has sales. I mean, I can show all the games that I got a couple weeks ago. A couple weeks ago that were on sale. There was a whole bunch of fighting games that I got on sale. But Nintendo is not known to have big major sales. So now he's advocating for Nintendo, the Switch. So people are just going to leave Nintendo Switch. People are just going to leave their third-party games. Elden Ring is not on Switch. Remember, Elden Ring was the best game ever. It was not on Switch. It was on PC. Elden Ring is still not on Nintendo. So somehow, some way, people are going to just jump to Switch. And then they're going to lose all of their third-party biggest games that they ever played. Elden Ring is not on the Switch. Baldur's Gate isn't on the Switch. And that's a game that's easy to run on the Switch. But for some reason, it's not on the Switch. So, you're seeing the dishonesty from guys like this and these PC dudes. They're lying their asses off because they want more people to join their little community, because they want to be a part of the conversations. They want to make sure that every big name studio makes games for PC only, but it's not working because Capcom, the big name games like Rockstar, Capcom, all these games, they're not going to make just games for PC. They don't want people to take their games. They know they're not going to. They already seen most companies that been on PC only, they're on console now. The people that made Metro games, they're on console now. Metro Exodus went to console. They resold their games on console. That does not happen a lot, where they were just on PC, and then somehow, some way, they stayed at a certain margin. They stayed at 1 million, 3 million, and the game was on PC for about 8, 9, 10, almost 20, almost 15 years. And then they bring it over to consoles, and they start seeing a exponential growth in their sales. People started jumping over and buying their games, and like, we stand on console. We'll give it on PC because we started on PC, but we going on console. No one talks about that all these PC players, they think they have the right to take people games. They think they have the right just because they build the PC, and they have the nerve and the arrogance to think that they shouldn't pay for games full price. They should just play games at their own leisure because they build something from the ground up. So that's the reason why companies don't prioritize PCs anymore. They never did. That's the reason why consoles was a big thing. Because if PC was actually valuable, the shit would have happened in the PlayStation 3 era. That was the worst generation for PlayStation. For the PlayStation 3. And they still didn't go to PC. PlayStation 4 as well. Still didn't go to PC. Now, for some reason, Xbox opened the door for these idiots. And now they're talking about PC and Nintendo being the best in gaming. But Nintendo don't have third-party support. They're not paying anybody third-party to bring on their console. They don't even try to bring GTA on their console. And these guys are crying. There's Nintendo guys angry that they got to buy another console or be on a PC and play on something else instead of playing on a Switch. That's the funny thing about this whole Switch talk, is that Nintendo don't make an effort to get any real mature games on Nintendo. They stay with their games, and then if their games don't make a lot, they well. They don't care, which I respect about that. But why would I want to be on a platform that don't really engage with getting me the games that I want to play, or any newer titles?
And it should have backwards compatibility. But one of the biggest problems with this, I guess, is there's no disk drive. So they don't want you. They don't want you to own your games. Everything's going to be digital, guys. Everything's going to be digital. You're going to lease your games forever. It's going to be the Ubisoft model.
Wrong. See, this is why I said this dishonesty. The reason why they didn't put the disk drive in there is because the fact is, it would have been $800. if they would have put the disc drive in there. It's the same shit that you stupid motherfuckers said on the PlayStation 3. The PlayStation 3 came with components from the PlayStation 2 so it can play all the games. But the reason why the price point on the PlayStation 3 was so high is because they was using different parts from the PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 2 PlayStation 2 adaptable back, I think the adapter, you can use the PlayStation 2 power adapter for the PlayStation 3. And you can use a whole bunch of different accessories for the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 2. Most PlayStation stuff was backwards compatible accessories, right? And they wanted to give you, they was trying backwards compatible, but they see how much it costs and how much it disturbs, so they took the feature out. But guess what, you idiots? And what nobody is talking about is that every PlayStation 3 can play PlayStation 1 games. That's the reason why these fucking idiots are talking about old ass games and talking about buying games for dirt cheap at Squat Meet, because they still have a PlayStation 3 that they play PlayStation 1 games on. They're not playing it on their PC. They're playing it on their PlayStation 3. Just, yesterday, 2 days ago, or I think yesterday, I played Capcom vs. SNK Pro. That's a PlayStation 1 game on my PlayStation 3. So, the reason why they didn't have backwards compatibility, which is going to be a feature on the PlayStation 5, is that they're going to have a disc drive. They're experimenting, you stupid idiots. That they are experimenting. Sony always been ahead of the curve when it comes to hardware, from their Walkmans to their fucking DVDs. So, if you're sitting there trying to tell me that somehow Sony is on their last legs, you know how much IP Sony owns in music alone? And in movies? Yes, the gaming part of their division make 10 times more money, because gaming is an ever-growing thing. And gaming, you can make money in an instant. Better than movies. Movies take time to produce. Music take time to produce. And technology take time to patent and go through all the system checks. But video games, you can make them and then you can just cash out. That's why Sony has that. But Sony has a whole bunch of hardware that are actually good, especially the earbuds, noise canceling earbuds. They're great. So they're not on their last legs. And the reason why they didn't have a disc drive, because they knew that price was gonna hurt a couple people. But this whole PlayStation 5 Pro is only for tech enthusiasts. You stupid idiots. It means that if PlayStation guys who complain about frame rates and all this other stuff, they go get the PlayStation 5 Pro. You the same people who said that PlayStation Portal was a waste of time. You're the same people who was talking shit about VR, and that made some money. PlayStation Portal made a whole bunch of money. It's selling great. It's selling more better than your Steam Decks. Isn't that funny that your Steam Decks only can sell 1 million, 2 million, but the PlayStation Portals, let's see, PlayStation Portals. So, PlayStation Portals Portal numbers are let's see. Let's see. Do they got the numbers? This, mind you, the PlayStation Portal only came out last year. can't find it. But I know for a fact it's selling better than it's selling a little bit better than the first year of Steam Deck. Right? So now we have to come to a conclusion that all this propaganda is trying to get everybody on PC. Because, mind you, there's new PC players from Xbox who PC clunked out on them. And they had to go get another one. Because people told them how easy PC was. And a lot of people are coming with these bad experiences about how PC was so great. And then something happens to their PC. And then these same PC dudes laughed in their faces. And then they walked off and they said, I'm not listening to these PC dudes anymore.
You're gonna subscribe to your games forever, and that's what they want. They want you to subscribe to your games. Eventually, they'll probably just release a console or a platform and just be like, yeah, you pay this much per month, and it's like Netflix, and you're gonna pay this forever. You're not gonna buy a $50 game. You're going to pay $25, $30 a month forever to have access to games that are in your library. That's where I think all this is going. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please stay on the same path, but they do not want you to own physical copies of your games.
That's why the disk drive is there. So now you're saying that they don't want you to own physical editions of your games now because they didn't put a disk drive in there. But they're trying to get their profit margin back from making a console like this for basically tech enthusiasts. See, what their mind is, and guys like this don't understand. I mean, mind you, don't you have to buy all the PC parts in order to make your PC run super great? So, are you going to talk shit about that? Or are you going to tell people that the pre-owned PCs are not really that great? They don't have high quality material coming with it. You have to buy all that shit separately and put it together yourself.
They do not. They want you to stand $80 disc. Was it next year sometime? No competition from Xbox. What's this? Dark Horizons PS5. Selling point is GTA 6. Whenever the hell it comes out.
So and I bet you that Clownfish TV won't say shit if GTA 6 come with bundles for PlayStation 5 Pro. Right? Mind you, a lot of these guys, PC guys, are afraid of GTA 6. They are afraid of that game because it's not going to come on PC. And also, it's going to show them that all of their PC games ain't worth shit. When everybody else is streaming games, certain games, all the streamers, they play console games, popular console games. They don't play these PC games for streaming numbers. So when GTA 6 come out, the shit's going to make the landslide, and everybody going to be like, oh, buy a PC. And I'm going to come back next year and tell all these PC dudes, hey, man, remember when y'all told everybody to go buy a PC? Well, now they're stuck not getting this game. Not playing the biggest game of pretty much this generation. Because we waited years. This GTA 5 came out in 2013. So, we're in 2024. Yes, everybody been waiting as long. And if it destroys everything that you guys say, and mind you, GTA 5 is not going to be a factor on Xbox. So it's the de facto console will be PlayStation. Then you got the Switch 2. And they going to miss out on that shit too, because GTA Rockstar not putting their game on an inferior console. They don't even got GTA 5 on. They don't even have GTA 5 on the Switch. So why would they put the GTA 6 on Switch 2? That is a bare bones PlayStation 5. I mean PlayStation 4 Pro. And mind you, the Switch 2, they always brag about that as a benchmark. Isn't it funny they don't talk about any PC parts? Like, oh, the Switch 2 is a PC this and the PC 425, 75 or whatever. They always put it to a standard of PlayStation 4 Pro. They ask any Nintendo Switch players, hey, what the Switch 2 is gonna be like? What it's gonna be like? Oh, it's gonna be at the same level as the PlayStation 4 Pro. Wait, but I thought you just said get a PC. Why don't you compare it to a PC, a low end PC?
Was it next year on Amazon for the rumored specs? We have under $399 is the only fair price. Yeah, maybe $449.99 if they want to be greedy. Pitmaster Broda, hey, how's it going? Sony learned the worst lessons from the PS5. No need to offer any value to the consumer or even have a solid release lineup. Is that or any of the game?
So you supposed to listen to the consumer, right? PlayStation listens to the consumer. They gave you Concord, and you didn't buy it, and they had to shut it down. They listened to you guys. They gave you online games, and you threw the online games to the side. While us PlayStation guys, true fans, was telling them, hey, don't listen to these guys. Get into 3 different, online games, and that's about it. Don't do more than this, because they don't deserve it.
They're releasing, or they got to take advantage of the hardware? Just price it high artificially.
Mind you, PC never takes advantage of the hardware. I ask the PC guys this all the time. What game only on PC that pushes your PC to its limits? Mind you, a lot of these guys don't even have high-end PCs. They got low-end PCs. All of them. Most of them have low-end PCs, but they're running their mouth about PlayStation, right? Now, let's talk about a video he had. A video. Now, like I said, all these people are they're fucking dishonest. And they put so many videos out, they forget the shit that they say.
With Google Play Points, Play unlocks more play, taking the rewards game to the next level.
They don't think you should have an alternative. A lot of these journalists don't think you should have an alternative.
Now, mind you, Black Myth Wukong can be played only on PC and on PlayStation, but a lot of people picked Black Myth Wukong on PlayStation. The other market played it on PC, and that was a Chinese market. Now he's bragging about Black Myth Wukong's success, but it's technically just on console. It's only on PlayStation. It ain't on Nintendo, and it's only on PlayStation. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to this dishonesty shit that I'm talking about. They will use another game that's on PlayStation only, and then turn around and then shit on PlayStation when they feel the need to, and don't give it its flowers. Now, mind you, he talked about Stellar Blade. That ain't on fucking PC right now. That ain't even on Nintendo. It's not even on. It's the only place you can find Stellar Blade is on console and on PlayStation. Only place. So when they open their mouth and talk about how open their mouth and say you can play all your games on PC, Final Fantasy 16, mind you, they're downplaying Final Fantasy 16. These are the same people who downplayed God of War. And then when God of War finally went to PC, they said, oh, this shit is great. These same people who downplayed Ghost of Tsushima, that took 4 years to come on PC, they downplayed Ghost of Tsushima, and they said, oh my God, this so great. I can't believe this. This game is so great. Right? So if you wanted to play Final Fantasy 16, you would have had to wait until 2014, a year later, to play it. Especially if you was hyped for this game. But every game is on PC. You can do whatever you want. I want somebody to tell me, honestly, tell me, based off what my gaming preference is, try to sell me on a PC players. Because y'all do a bad job, because I always ask this question to PC guys. I always ask this question to PC guys, and I always ask them, sell me on PC. I don't care about mods. I don't care about old retro games. I don't care about fidelity and all that other shit. Show me on the games. Show me the games that I'm used to, that I like on console, that's on PC, only on PC. And they can't show me. And I'm saying, oh, no sell then. These dishonest piece of garbage PC fanboys and dishonest Nintendo fanboys and the Xbox guys, they already lost. Mind you, about 2-3 weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, Xbox couldn't wait to have Indiana Jones on PlayStation in fall. And they had the PlayStation logo at the bottom on their show. And that was like a spit in the face of the Xbox guys. So if console was actually going out of style, Xbox been on PC. Xbox been selling their games on PC for the past 10-15 years right now. And they still haven't made all that money back. So now they got to put their games on PlayStation, where PlayStation players do buy it. Because they already reported that their Hi-Fi Rush sold on PlayStation. Sea of Thieves sold, even though it had a big drop. PlayStation players are comfortable with their hardware and the ecosystem of PlayStation. And we buy games. Now, not a lot of us don't buy games. Because, a couple now are PC, or not PC guys. They're Xbox guys who jump to PlayStation and have the same mentality of PlayStation, of Xbox. A lot of them were saying, oh, why it's not going in PlayStation Plus? I'm like, PlayStation doesn't do that. They don't put their big name titles in a service. God of War Ragnarok been out for what, 3 years? 2 years? And what, a year? And it's not on there. All the biggest games are not on PlayStation Plus. They made a mistake when they put Horizon Forbidden West in there. Yeah, it's been there for nearly 2 years. And this Ragnarok's not in there. They make sure their games sell. Now, God of War Ragnarok came out in 2022. And then it released. It's going on Windows in this year. So you can't say that the games are going to be on PC because you're telling people to wait for games while they're playing absolutely nothing. Most people love playing newer games. And they play older games in between. But they wait for the newer games. Stop taking these words of these PC guys and these Nintendo guys. But you can tell who the strongest when you have so many people against you, when you just do one or two things.